What's up, dude? No,
Excited. Happy birthday / Darlington week, sir.
yes, sir. Are you ready for this weekend?
I cannot wait. I am super excited. Thursday, last day of work, and then Friday we head down to watch some truck racing action and have a great time for both my birthday on Saturday, but celebrating yours because it's earlier this week.
Yep. Don't forget. Oh my god. Don't forget, I'm always 3 days older than you. So
All right. I'm still 300 pounds heavier, so that's all that matters.
that's for damn right.
So I think we both chose fitting attire. Daily look. I know, right? Hey, I think we got to start out with why we chose what we wore today, because I think both of us kind of have a twist to something that happened this weekend on the race.
I never get this shit right.
What's the hat? What's the front side of the hat say?
Oh, the front of the hat.
And then
you gonna break this fight up, buddy?
I would say I'm the security guard. I won't let him be able to swing and you not be able to connect. I got you. I'll hold his security back. No,
I punched myself in the face.
Yeah. No, I got you. I will protect you, and I'll make sure it's 1-800 swing first. Okay, let's do this.
You look like some kind of like hippie Paul Blart Mall carp.
Well, you can't talk today. That's good. It's only a podcast, right?
It's not like it's live.
Rough already. Well, what a heck of a race weekend. Kansas, man. Well, that thing was, I have to say, probably one of the best race weekends as a whole that I've seen in a while.
Best race of the year, hands down. No questions asked. One of the best races I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, the Jeff Gluck poll has never been so lopsided, I don't think, ever in my life.
Yeah, I voted on it this morning when it had 11,000 votes, and it was still at 90-something%.
Yeah, I want to say it's like 94% digging it and very little for a heck nah. And the people that said heck no, I don't know what they were watching. Maybe they caught the Xfinity and thought it was the Cup Series. I don't know, but
yeah, I don't know what they're probably just hating that Denny won the race. I don't know.
It's true. That's all the hardcore Larson fans that couldn't take the old bump and run.
Yeah, the toxic ones.
The toxic fans.
Nothing worse than a toxic Larson fan. Coming from a Larson fan.
I just realized I don't even have my light on. Let's brighten up the world. Oh, there we go. Now you can see this sweet smiling face.
I can see the reflection in your glasses, though. Oh, filmmaking 101. Don't wear reflective objects and lights.
Bro, these glasses are from middle school, and I've never gotten the prescription.
Dude, I was gonna say those glasses are pretty jank.
Oh yeah, so they're already like that on my head. But
your head grew.
That storage unit kicked my butt afterwards. My eyes were red as hell.
Yeah, I had to do like some kind of sinus cleans after that. That shit was rough.
I burned sage.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I did all those sheets coming from my parents' bed. Those were all my brothers and sisters that weren't made. Don't want that in my eyes.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot to tell you that
part. Turn for the worst.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that. Joe, I missed you this weekend.
Your underwear.
Be out there. But yeah, no. So Kansas, I mean, from start to finish, obviously it was a great race. Obviously, we did not have Xfinity MSA truck earlier, I believe.
Yeah, kind of weird not having an Xfinity race this last weekend.
Yeah, so I think they're picking back up. They're at Darlington, if I remember right.
It's a triple header.
Yep, and we're going to be there for all of it.
Yes, sir. Trucks, Xfinity, Cup.
I kind of wish Darlington Throwback was a night race.
Well, it used to be the Southern 500. I don't know why the Southern 500 isn't a throwback race anymore. I don't know why they do it in the spring.
Why do you think they're going to sponsor a race?
Well, it's just weird to me because like throwback weekend is like kind of synonymous with the Southern 500, like especially Darlington, not the 400-mile race at Darlington, the 500-mile Southern 500, the
Yeah.
Labor Day race. It's been Labor Day race for years, and I don't understand why they don't have the throwback race then, unless it has to do with the playoffs.
It probably has something to do with playoffs.
I would imagine it has to do with playoffs, with like TV network discoverability with sponsors. They want their car looking like their car.
Yeah.
Right. That's got to be what it is.
To get the views and everything like it needs to be and all that. Yeah, it makes sense.
It's still odd though.
Definitely.
But I wouldn't want to lose Darlington out of a playoff race either. So
yeah. But I know 7:30 for the truck race will be nice. It'll be cool for that one.
Yeah.
Saturday, I think it warms up a good bit.
Saturday is supposed to be in the very high 80s, if not low 90s.
And then Sunday's
both days. Yeah, both days.
But I'm super excited. The kid and the wife are coming out for this one, so I'll have the whole family because Saturday's my birthday, Sunday's Mother's Day, and you can't be a redneck if you don't celebrate at least one Mother's Day at a racetrack. So I'm making that happen.
I've done a few. Actually. I've been to the back when this was a 500-mile race in the spring as well. I've been to a couple Mother Day races at Darlington.
This will be my first. This will be the first time. This is actually the third time I've ever been to Darlington. 2 times were 1997, which was my first race I've ever went to, and then 1999, which was the second race I ever went to. Or both.
Yeah, so you don't really remember the racing then?
No, I remember. I still have the picture. Actually, it's in the other room. But they had a Dodge simulator which you would sit in, and it wasn't like these new simulators that do everything, but it would do like side to side kind of thing, just so you could feel like the banking and all. And I thought that was the coolest daggum thing. My grandma let me do it, but all I was doing was burnouts and going backwards on track. So,
and then actually after you got done with your lap, that's when the simulator broke.
Probably. I was a big kid as well.
Yeah. So the funny thing is like Darlington to me has been kind of like a home track because I remember going to Darlington quite a bit when I was younger. And I would say right after the repaved Darlington, I think it was like 08. God, that was an awful race. And the racing was awful for years at Darlington. I used to hate the track. Yep. And now that the track is worn back in and it's become a really good surface and tire fall off, my God, Darlington is one of my favorite tracks again.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I think that's probably why I didn't go back to races there for a long time, was because of that whole repave and how bad the racing action was for so long. But
the last time I was at Darlington was in 2016 for the 500. Truex won.
Hey, maybe he can pull another one out. He did.
Pulling for somebody else. We'll get to that.
We'll get that a little bit later. But so let's kind of touch on Xfinity trucks real quick. I didn't watch.
Xfinity didn't run, so we touched on that. Let's talk about trucks.
Yeah. So I didn't watch too much of the truck race. I was actually.
I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah. So it wasn't too much. I got to catch basically the back end of it. From what I understand.
Grant Enfinger won. Yeah,
Grant Enfinger won, and every time I hear his name, I'm just like, I wish his name was like Francisco Enfinger. That way it's Finger. But yeah,
it's random as fuck, dude.
It's just every time I see it or hear it, I think about it. Corey Heim second, Zane Smith third. Zane is still doing amazing.
Yeah, Zane's on fire.
I think he's going to the Cup Series next year. From the talks of it. Maybe in the 10, maybe in the 19, who knows? I think the 4 is now spoken for, going off of what we've heard with Josh Berry.
Yeah, I feel like the 4 is spoken for as well. I think the 10 is a good fit if again, it all depends on if they can pry him away from front row. I know they're a Ford affiliated team, but I'll keep harping on that it's still a front row driver. But yeah, I think he's ready for the Cup Series. I feel like he just might as well go ahead and make the jump full-time Cup Series, because I know the Xfinity Series, you can still continue to grow and whatnot, but the Cup Series, just jump in. It's dramatically different than the Xfinity cars,
Yeah. And we've talked about before, there's a bunch of racers that we feel like would do so much better just going to Cup than doing Xfinity.
Yeah.
Truck racing is kind of hard to stand out because it's all spec racing, right?
That's why I feel like Haley
but
Deegan's stats are kind of like, okay, she's been in the truck series for 3 years and has like 3 top 10s, if that. A couple of them already coming this year. Like, she made one start in the Xfinity series and was top 15.
Yeah, and like I think for her, I really think that she's doing better now too this year. I don't know if you've been kind of catching where she's been doing.
Yeah.
But she's actually not. She's racing. She's finishing the race. That's kind of the big thing. But she finished in the top 15 again at 12th there. So I mean, finally not getting big accidents.
Yeah, she's putting some races together and actually getting some results. So good for her. But I still feel like I feel like her career shouldn't be judged on her truck series career.
I agree, and I think she needs to get out of there. You know, with all that, with all the plastic and stuff, she can afford a bigger ride now. I think. People are talking about. For those at home, I'll let you contemplate what I'm talking about. But I think I know who's taking Zane Smith's spot at front row if he gets called up.
All right. That's good. Let's go.
So I was saying, remember we were talking about Zane Smith last week, and you were like, who are they going to fill the spot with?
Yeah.
I know who it's going to be. I got it.
Haley?
Nope. He's leading the ARCA points right now.
Oh, Frankie Muniz. Hell yeah.
Malcolm in the front, son.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So
I think he deserves a shot.
I mean, obviously I'm joking because he hasn't raced too much. I think last year was his first year. Or the year before. He hasn't been very long.
He's made I think he's made like 1 or 2 like rogue starts, but this is like his first full-time year. And he's leading the points.
My light just turned off. Yeah, he's leading points right now. Obviously, we're only, I think, 3 races in for them. But from movie star to race car driver, I mean, that's pretty darn cool. I don't know who else would have a higher bucket list want than that, but that's pretty darn cool if you ask me.
Yeah, and he was at the 2001 Daytona 500, so they're still kind of cool. Like a guy around our age group and everything is making the dream a reality.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was gonna be a NASCAR driver, but then I couldn't fit in the window. So
and the roof hatch isn't big enough for you either.
Yeah. They said I can't use the jaws of life before an accident. It always has to be after an accident. But that was the only way I was going to fit in there. So that didn't work out. Dashed my dreams. Still sore about it.
So I don't.
What you looking up, Johnson?
I'm looking up the ARCA points, and here it is, very last. So Muniz actually isn't leading anymore. He's 142 points for the year. The leader has 144, so he's only 2 points back. But my God, still.
Yeah.
4 races, 3 top 10s. Average finish 8.5.
I mean, it's ARCA, but I mean that's pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what his career stats are. This is it. Like this, he's got 4 starts. Period.
Yeah,
the 4 starts. Like no previous starts.
Well, yeah, I know he did last year. We're only 3 races in for them.
No, he didn't. There's nothing here. His
he raced last year when we were at. Oh God, I don't remember which racetrack it was, but one of the ones that we did the ARCA at. The big thing was Frankie Muniz is joining NASCAR, but in ARCA. And they did like a whole write-up and stuff. That was last year, so he's been there for a year.
I don't know. This is from Racing Reference. They don't miss any of this stuff. So it says his ARCA Menard Series statistics only has 2023 down.
Pretty sure.
Now he did run like the Toyota Pro Celebrity races. Maybe that's what you're thinking. He's 37. Holy shit. Why did I think he was a little bit younger than that? Mason could get a top 10 in ARCA.
I guess that was January 17th, 2023. I could have swore he raced at one of the ones last year.
Hey, you got a comment on the screen.
He probably could. And he would be his own gas power.
You'd be his gas man. Anyway, so Truck Series, Grant Enfinger won.
Yep.
Cup Series, Denny Hamlin won. Let's talk about the Cup race. I think it was one of the best races in quite a long time. Best race of the year, hands down, no questions asked.
For sure.
What do you think?
I mean, that was some of the best racing. I mean, I don't think there was a moment that went single file other than doing restarts. And then it was immediately, as soon as the flag dropped, everyone just, because of the way the air works on those cars and at that track.
Yeah, so the very start of the race, the restarts were fantastic. Now, I would say after that, I think after the Larson spin on lap 5, that, of course, caution came out for that, but then it was kind of a long run. Maybe it was a full pit cycle. I don't remember exactly, but it did get a little spread out.
Well, they had to get
aside from that,
they did green flag pit stops. So yeah.
Yeah, aside from that, it was fantastic. The racing was great. Nobody really got too far out, not like it was before.
Nope.
So 10 out of 10.
Highly recommended. I mean, everyone.
Yeah, progressive banking definitely makes a big difference. But it's this car. It's already proven last year it was a fantastic car at intermediate tracks. I'm excited for Darlington, obviously, because we'll be there. I'm excited for the 600 too. That last year's race at the 600 was fantastic.
I'm interested to see. I'm hoping, because obviously you'll be at the Roval too. I want to see firsthand what the new package looks like there. So I'm excited for that one just because I want to see what that new package does. Obviously,
I think it'll make it a little bit better than what it was last year. Honestly, the Roval last year was a snoozer.
Yeah, last year was bad. We were there. We were inside of the actual road course. And
I think at one point I almost nodded off.
Probably. It was hot as hell too.
Yeah.
But I mean, great racing. 3 wide, 4 wide, going crazy. Some people having some really good days. Some people having some really bad days. Brad Keselowski, Noah Gragson, that the whole Legacy Motor Club is still just. They definitely fell back this year.
Yeah, they didn't take one. They took multiple steps back this year. I mean, Eric Jones last year, obviously being teammates with Ty Dillon, didn't really increase any help there. But I would have thought that with Noah coming in, that there would have been a little, spark that, we got this young lineup. Noah, coming off his fantastic Xfinity season last year, that kind of would have put some mojo, a step in both those teams there. But geez, they haven't shown any speed whatsoever. Eric Jones was competing for the win last year at Fontana, and he was nowhere to be found this year.
Yeah, no, he's been back. And there, I mean, obviously this race, I believe he got in one of the accidents.
Eric, he spun.
Yeah, he spun out. I think it was by himself, didn't touch anybody.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just Noah's doing better than Ty Dillon did. Noah's better racer than Ty Dillon. You can go ahead and say that.
Yeah.
But something with the cars or with the team, I don't know what it is, but they are just not doing what everyone else is doing, especially in the Chevys.
Yeah, I mean, I think Colleague's even running better than they are. Obviously, RCR is running a lot better than they are, and they're technically an RCR affiliated team. So maybe there's something to it, with the announcement of Toyota moving to Toyota next year, that GM already knew this, and maybe they've already started cutting, resources.
I'm starting to think that, because, I mean, you look at all that's going on, and, take the Noah Ross Chastain fight kind of at the end too, and there's just not a lot of love with Chevy and Legacy right now. I mean, you take Johnson away from Chevy, that's huge.
What up, Dakota?
what up, man? But you take someone like Jimmy Johnson away from Chevy, and that's huge. So was this something that Chevy knew about and just started cutting the funding, like you're saying? Or are they giving them less?
It has to be because, like I said, they're an affiliated team with RCR. So, if RCR got wind of this or GM, let it down the pipeline that Legacy's leaving. Well, anything that Chevy figures out, whether it's a Hendrick team, RCR team, whoever it is, whatever they figure out this year, they're not going to want that information to start getting leaked to Toyota because the writing's on the wall. Legacy's going to Toyota, so it has to be something that they've already they knew this going into the season, and that's why their performance has been so rotten.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they do next year. Hopefully, it starts out really good. Obviously,
I think they'll hit the ground running.
I really hope it does. I really hope, like we talked about before, I really hope they get the funding they need because I think that's going to be one heck of a race team. I still think Noah's got it. I mean, he couldn't punch this weekend, but he can damn sure drive a car.
It's going to take a couple years for Noah to mature his talents in the Cup car. I mean, it's just inevitable. I mean, we're seeing Ty Gibbs run good, but he's in a JGR car. So give Noah a couple years. Although it's kind of funny thinking about it now. Ty Gibbs and Noah weren't really friends in the Xfinity Series, and now they're going to be in the same team essentially.
Yep. So you're going to see more of that Toyota on Toyota crime like we did at the end of the year last year.
Yeah. Ty Gibbs and Brandon Jones.
Okay.
I guess that doesn't really mean anything. So
yeah, he doesn't care about teammates.
Yeah.
But he also doesn't care about his bosses or anything else because he drove like an idiot there at the end.
I don't. Ty was out of control. I thought it was really disrespectful, like for him he had to know that car was pretty much trashed, and he drove it around the track, just dropping all that debris and everything. Like that's just it's like the number one rule in racing. If you're leaking something or your parts are flying off your car, get off the racing surface.
Yeah, if you tore up that bad, like when that right fender basically just exploded everywhere with the tire whapping everywhere. Yeah. I mean, you got something's going on. Then plus the way the wheels looked on that thing,
he had to know in the tire rod or something was broke on the right front.
Yeah, and then he gets stuck in the grass, and he's still expecting them to push him out. Like, come on, dude! Yeah. Like the whole front of your car's been dragging because it's exploding. Get out.
I really want to see Ty exceed and everything because he's so young. I mean, he got so many years in NASCAR, but man, he makes it hard for me to like him.
Yeah, I mean, Granddaddy's boy. I mean,
I think that's the biggest thing. I know it's not really fair, but he's got the same last name was on the building, so obviously there's going to be some, I don't know, extra biasness or whatever towards him.
Yeah, everyone's always going to think you're there because your name.
Yeah,
obviously he can drive a car. I will not.
I mean, it's kind of like the Dillon situation too. But at least our names aren't the same as RCR.
Austin's better than Ty, and Ty is trash.
By far.
So that's a little different.
Austin has multiple wins. Austin had multiple wins and is a champion of the Xfinity Series. But Ty didn't even win a fucking race in the Xfinity Series.
But Ty Dillon got stage points for the first time this year.
Strategy.
When you don't pit right there.
Real simple.
You get it. I mean, Noah was top 3, I think. Oh, yeah, he was 3rd into stage 2.
Logano was nowhere to be seen in the first stage at all. Yeah, and wasn't anywhere in the second stage either.
At first he was, and then Anchor.
Yeah. He ran out of the top 15 in the second stage, and all they did was stay out on that second to last caution, and the caution came out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought Martin.
Fuck Ty Dillon. If only David was here.
Yeah, he's a trash can lover. I mean, Ty Dillon lover.
Dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Logano. I think Logano did end up finishing top 10.
I can tell you. Got the first Ford is Joey at 6th.
He finished 6th?
Yep. And then Harvick was 11th, and Amarola, however you want to say his last name, Amarola, finished 13th. So all top 15s.
Damn, that's crazy.
But it was definitely the Toyota show. I mean, beginning of the race through. Now I'm surprised.
Oh yeah, Noah got his I
He
don't know if
got
you heard it in the video. He got his shit rocked.
Yeah, that one, the one I sent first on from Twitter, and then all y'all sent the same one
Did you
afterwards.
see Joey turn around? He heard it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I hate security got in the middle of that.
That's why I'm gonna be a security next time. 1-800 these hands. All right, we're gonna get out there. We're gonna do it.
Yes, sir. I know who you're talking about. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's the only reason David likes her.
Brings that plastic back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's a nice guy.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean that hit when you hear it from that back angle, you can't hear what they're saying from that angle, but you just hear the thud. Ooh. And it wasn't even a full swing. Ross got some punch.
Yeah, that was I think if Noah had a shot to square one right back up on him,
We know Noah's fight. We've seen that.
Noah's scrappy.
Yeah, that bowl cut probably unlocked some superpowers.
Oh my god, dude! I know you've had to see like all the snaps of the fight or whatever. The bowl cut flying around, so damn funny.
But I mean,
the funniest part about
that, he could have landed one or two. I think it would have been an awesome fight. Like you let them two just go at it for the first 5 punches apiece.
Well, we know Ross don't give a fuck. We know Noah doesn't really give a fuck either. So these two could be like oil and water.
Yeah, and I mean they were friends, not really friends. They trained together, they do all this stuff together. But Noah says he's just sick of it. I mean, obviously Talladega, he went and talked to him, but didn't do anything this time. I'm glad someone finally threw hands, not cars.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that tons of respect towards Noah to walk up there and have the balls really to say anything for one, but do something about it.
Yeah,
he earned a lot of respect in the garage area for that move.
Picked up some more
same thing though for Ross. He walks the walk by putting it out there on the track and racing you hard, and he talks the talk too apparently because he told Noah twice stop, and the third time.
Hey, apparently there's a no push policy at Trackhouse, which I think is freaking hilarious. But there's a no push policy and he said no, stop it. So
yeah, I'm all for it. Where we go from here? Does this carry over? I think it does.
I mean, it has to. You're talking about Darlington, which if Legacy has one track that they can hopefully do good at, I feel like it has to be Darlington.
You would hope so.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see if he just races them the same way or what happens next. But I'm damn sure it's going to be with no security around.
Well, I promise you that Noah is not cutting any slack anymore around Ross. And he's probably already learned his lesson that Ross, that's how he races because he doesn't have a ton of experience against Ross. Yeah. But I think he's, learning that Ross don't give a fuck. He said it in his interview. He said, I left him a lane. Didn't leave him a lane and a half. Yeah. Didn't leave him a lane and a quarter. I left him one lane. He took exactly what he needed to. But I mean, if you go back and look at it, it looks identical to what Larson and Bubba had at Las Vegas. Ross got tight. Sure. And I mean, Ross got tight and he wasn't lifting. Yeah, I mean, Ross does the same thing. You want to talk about Larson, putting guys in bad spots, forcing them to be put in a bad spot. Ross does the same thing.
Yeah, he uses you up, puts you at that last spot, and if you make one mistake or aren't driving 100%, you're going to end up hitting the wall, spinning. Something's going to happen. Now, They didn't throw fists on the track, but I really hope. Obviously, tomorrow's Tuesday. I hope that Ross gets no fine, no penalty. Noah gets no fine, no penalty, because this is what NASCAR needs. If you want to win back fans, this is exactly what you need to do. That was a hell of a race. The end of it was just as good.
I completely agree. And the funny thing too is that there hasn't been really any talks on social media about the possibility or potential fines or anything that could potentially happen from this. Unlike in race, just like was it last week that Larson could have manipulated the race by blocking Ross Chastain, and there was talks. Oh, you need to fine him for manipulation for blocking. There's no talks whatsoever this week about actual fist fighting. And we
Well,
haven't really seen fines in the past though either about fist fights.
Bubba. But
There was more because he used his car as a weapon, I think.
well, that definitely was the dumbest thing of his. But I think there's some things to be said out there. I mean, obviously the Larson fans are going, well, that's race manipulation. What Denny did to Larson right there at the end to end up winning. But that's the same way that Larson
Well, NASCAR opened a box on that.
exactly.
So,
That's the same way that Larson races. That's the same way that Ross races. Joey Logano has
yeah.
done that. I cannot count how many times.
Okay.
So I don't feel like
NASCAR would totally be dumb to step in here. They had the race of the year. They have to acknowledge that this was the race of the year between the racing product that was on the track, what we saw, the finish of the race. Look, I have no problem with the way the race finished. It was a racing deal. I loved it. I was excited to see somebody reeling in Kyle and possibly give him a run for his money. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
So and then the fight at the end. They already had a winning product on the track, and then the fight at the end, it just topped it off. So yeah, I don't exactly. They should encourage it.
Yeah, I mean this is a storyline. I mean, obviously they already have hashtag thanks Ross, but I mean they got to thank both of these guys.
They are selling T-shirts.
They already did.
Yeah, they got the watermelon punch.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, I mean this is what NASCAR needed. I'd love to see what the TV ratings end up being for this race. Obviously, at the beginning of it, there's not many people, but I mean, maybe they talked about it, they bring more people in, or I'd like to see what Darlington's going to have. I think Darlington's going to have some of the most eyes on it.
NASCAR needs to be promoting Darlington already right now with the storylines from this last weekend.
Oh, for sure. What will happen? Is there going to be payback? What's going to happen here? But then you also add in one other element. We're bringing in Rocket Man, who doesn't give two shits about everyone else on the track. And
who was it that said in the chat the other day, oh, great, Rocket Man's coming in. He's going to be impossible to pass for 30 seconds.
Yeah. And that's fine. But Rocket Man's going to end up dooring somebody just because they talk trash. I will never forget the Joey confrontation after. I don't even remember what race it was. But Joey's, why do you always got to race people so hard, man? Learn to drive. I mean, come on. Everyone says
like,
it.
Because we're racing.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
man.
Racing.
The Rocket Man coming in. I'm excited. Carl Edwards is going to be there. We're going to be there. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to be there. We're basically all the same.
Yeah. Only thing I hate is that we're not going to be able to hear Carl because we'll be actually at the race live. But I do plan on recording it and I know it's going to be all over social media too. So really, I don't even have to record it. But I'm shocked by that.
Me too, because last I heard, he wanted nothing to do with NASCAR.
Yeah, he did an interview on Sirius XM like 2 weeks ago when he was given one of the 75 greatest drivers. So
yeah,
everybody that's living that's part of the 75 greatest drivers should be at Darlington. I think that's what they're doing is they're paying homage and respects to these guys and having the celebration for them. That's probably why Carl showing up is part of that. But I don't know how Fox got him in the booth. That's amazing.
Yeah, because I mean he's been
don't get me wrong, Fox still sucks, and I'm not gonna.
Yeah, don't even cover Noah's part of the argument or anything. It's cool. Yeah, MRN beat him. I can't believe how good MRN is compared to Fox.
You're talking about the clip I sent?
Instant.
Are you talking about the clip I sent or the interview on?
No. I didn't even see the clip. I'm just talking about. Ross was already being interviewed by MRN before Fox could start.
Oh yeah,
and MRN actually got to Noah before Fox could even get to him either.
Yeah,
they were on top of it.
Check out the clip I sent on Instagram. It's a reel of it's a compilation of like the first 5 laps where Byron obviously kind of mowed down the wall in turn 2 and started slipping back, and the race between Larson, Chastain, and Reddick, and they have onboard shots of the cars, but then they have like the Fox feed, and then the MRN guys are actually commentating it. It's like the best of everything. It's cool. Really, really hype.
I'm excited. I mean, I can't wait. I think trying to remember. I think NBC picks up shortly, and then
they pick up after Sonoma,
and then Dale Jr. is going to be in the booth again, and I always love Dale Jr. in the booth.
Oh yeah, Junior in the booth is great. I'm not looking forward to Steve Letarte or Jeff Burton. I'd be perfectly okay with Rick Allen and Dale Jr.
I mean, I think they should bring in. I mean, who would you say is one person that's no longer racing they should bring in to put in the booth?
It's no longer racing. Kurt Busch.
See, Kurt does good.
Kurt killed it this weekend. When he was at Coda as well, Kurt, I swear that's his calling. He needs to join the booth. Like, please get rid of Boyer.
Obviously, he's doing it with Fox, so I don't think he's going to go over. But I'm thinking, like, who would you choose that's not already signed to something and bring him into the booth? Because obviously, you know,
he could go. He could go over there.
So what?
He could go over there.
Yeah, but let's keep him over there because, like,
I'm about to boot you out of the live.
Danica, hell no. Ward Burton.
Ward Burton would be amazing. Oh my god.
My eyes itching again. But yeah,
thanks for the eye itches and everything the last couple of days.
Bro, that thing was whew.
That was rough. They're bringing into the. I still feel like Kurt Busch. You could bring him in because I know that he's not really under contract with Fox. They obviously use him. Dale Jr. did some commentary for Fox, prior to going to NBC. So it wouldn't be anything new for Kurt to go over there.
I was thinking he'd stay there. Him, Tony, and Kevin Harvick, and get rid of Danica completely. That's why I say he stays over there.
Yeah, I don't know. Clint, I like Clint and all, but he's just way too much in the booth.
He's talking about when he started laughing live on air.
Yeah,
wow, so everything was going on.
That shit was so funny. I laughed so hard at that.
Well, let's just laugh out loud. And that's it. But,
yeah. Like I said, I wasn't really upset with the way the race finished and everything. Obviously, I wanted Kyle to win, but it wasn't really that bad. But as soon as I saw his interview and they were showing the fight and Kyle started laughing and then Clint started laughing, I was like, dude, this is hilarious.
Dude, that was awesome. I'm glad we got to watch that race. I can't wait. We got to make we have got to make it Kansas.
Yeah, it would be on the list for sure.
Gotta be on the list.
Yeah. But I got a couple bucket list races I would like to check off.
Kansas is definitely, it has to be on everybody's now. That was a great race. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to Darlington. Obviously, throwback weekend. There's gonna be a lot of names there. A lot of big things happening. A lot of great throwbacks. Who do you think has the best throwback?
Currently, right now,
announced throwbacks, not hinted throwbacks.
Well, you know where I was going with that.
I know exactly where you were going with that.
I'm trying to find. Normally, J-Ski has like a throwback page that has all the paint schemes because there's been a lot that's been.
There's been a ton. I mean, the 47 and the 1 are the same. Country Crop.
I do like Chase's throwback to his dad.
I love that one. That's my favorite. Unless Larson's happens, that's my favorite.
I'm trying not to be biased, but if Larson's does happen, that's the winner.
It has to be. I mean, you can't based off what was out there. It has to be. But I do love Chase's just because of the specialness to his dad. I mean, obviously Harrison Burton.
I like Bowman's too.
Bowman's is great. Noah's is hilarious. The way they did the commercial for that one was awesome because Noah's wearing Jimmy Johnson's fire suit from the race and showing the scheme that they're going to use from that Coke 600. So I thought that was hilarious.
I'm looking at Bowman's right now again, and oh my god, that car looks amazing. I put it in my story on Instagram. And Ally actually liked it. I looked through my views or whatever on it, and Ally liked it, so that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Bowman's looks really good. I hate that he's not in the car. I like Josh has got the shot, obviously, but I hate Bowman's not in the car.
This track, I believe Bowman did well at last year.
Yeah.
I can't remember now. But so the one that would win if he was to race here is if Jimmy did race at Darlington and did a Lowe's throwback.
Yeah, that would be pretty amazing.
I
don't know how we missed this, and maybe it was I really don't know how we missed this. Did you see Daniel Suarez's throwback? So
blue?
It's
The
the Quaker
Mexican blue.
State car. It's a Quaker State car, but it's throwing back to Ricky Rudd, and it looks really good.
I didn't see that one.
Hold on, I think
I thought that was the Mexico blue car.
Hold on, stand by. I might be able to do something here.
TV timeout. It's not live. It's not. It can't be. How many fingers am I holding up? One, like Dale Jr.
There we go. Do you see that?
Huh.
That looks really good.
I don't hate it. I still like the 1.9 better, but not bad.
Which one?
Chase Elliott's. His throwback to his dad.
Oh yeah.
The Dodge one. The
Yeah,
Dodge. Luma.
Yeah, I like that one.
The fact they did the 9.
I think this is hilarious that there's
The 1
Ross.
and 47 are the same.
And the
Now
47.
UPS that was smart. He needs UPS and he needs CAT. That way he's bulldozing people out and shipping them. But yeah, those two are the same. Copying each other's homework.
What else was announced that was pretty? Oh, the Xfinity guys.
Oh, the Xfinity guys, they got some.
That one right there. Yes,
That's
sir.
one. Then go to the best one. I think you know which one I'm talking about.
I like this one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what number he was in. That one?
No, it's not that one. That's a good one. There's a bunch of good ones in there. That's the problem. There's a lot of good ones in there.
Yeah, I think Xfinity's got some better throwbacks in the series.
The black, silver, red. Oh geez, my mind just go blank.
A little Clint Boyer throwback right there.
It's like the
No, that's Kevin Harvick. Why did I think Clint Boyer?
I can't remember, man. I can't remember off the top of my head. My head don't work that way.
Yeah, I don't know which car you're thinking about.
It's the black, gray,
Did
red.
you see this?
That's ugly.
Yeah, but it's a Ken Block.
Oh
I think he
man,
was running.
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, it was announced today.
Oh shit, I missed that. That's really cool. It doesn't flow very well, but I like it overall.
Yeah, but I mean, being that it's a Ken Block, that's pretty cool. Why can't you think of the?
I can't remember the number anymore. It's like the GM Goodwrench throwback, but it's not the GM Goodwrench throwback.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's.
Oh,
fuck. Golly, people watching this right now are gonna be like, "This dude's an idiot." No, not that one.
no, it's not Ryan Sieg.
See it.
Help me out, chat. Who is it?
Got Dakota in there. I know Dakota knows it. We've shared it in the chat a couple times.
I'm just gonna go down the list till I find it because I know exactly which one you're talking about. The Harvick one.
Yeah. Because we sent it in the group chat a couple different times.
Yeah.
But while we're waiting for that and trying to find it, do you think Larson is going to race differently after being spun and hit and wrecked almost every single race lately? It feels like.
No. No, I don't think he is. And the reason I say that is because he is it's not his driving style. He doesn't typically, lack for a better term, nut up when being done wrong.
Well,
like, yeah, he's lost his temper a couple of times. 21. No, 21 was the Kevin Harvick one. 44 was
I don't remember. I don't remember. Bubba Wallace is racing trucks at Darlington. I forgot about that. He's gonna get turned out there too.
Oh, I forgot about this one too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one. Jeremy Clements. God, if race cars look like that still.
That's back whenever there was actual race going on.
Man, that Monte Carlo from the late '80s. Oh, there's your Herbie.
I hate that one. That's the worst.
I hate it so much, dude.
That is the worst of all of them. It is just awful.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna find this. Joseph said earlier, Turn 4 at Daytona is a bucket list race.
I mean, if you just actually went with us to any races, you could have already been to Daytona.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because we were already there.
Why do I keep on clicking on that?
I don't know. You failed me. You sent it in the group twice.
I know.
What I'm talking about now.
Why can't you find it?
Because I'm looking at other things.
Another bucket list race, Sonoma.
Sonoma has to be. Sonoma's a great one. Sonoma's a great one. I think for me, Miami Homestead, but I think both of us agree on that one.
This one's low key one of my favorites too.
That's a good one too. But I think so. Miami Homestead, obviously. Sonoma. I mean, I'd like to go obviously to Kansas, Michigan. I want to go to Michigan.
Really?
Yeah, I want to go to Michigan at least once. I hear it's a lot of fun up there too.
I have heard that Michigan parties just as hard, if not harder, than Talladega.
That is the same thing I have heard.
No, but what are you whining at in there? I know it's not Jordan Anderson. Jonathan said Jordan Anderson's not running any throwbacks.
If I could look at my phone, I could look at the just pictures in the chat. I want to say it's a 50 something.
That's what I was thinking too, but it's nowhere on here.
Well, let's not bore the folks that are trying to podcast.
Yeah.
But so let's move to
make our picks.
Yeah, let's go to picks.
Let's see.
Are you cheating?
Look at our truck entry list.
Start with trucks, okay.
Bubba Wallace is racing this weekend in the truck series. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Tricon Garage.
Yep.
Corey LaJoy is running the 7.
Which he can't finish any race that he starts.
Ross Chastain's in the 41. William Byron's in the 51.
Ooh, I think that'll be a race between those two.
I'm getting a little excited for this truck race.
I wanted to be there for it. That's why I was like,
I didn't realize. Hey, I didn't know you're running this race too. Brendan Poole's running it.
Yeah, well, that's cousin. That's the cousin. But I mean, I never pick the part timers. I always want to pick full timers. My picks, I just want to say my picks have been pretty much on fire within at least the top 5, except for my Xfinity picks. My Xfinity picks each week suck. But my cup, I've been either top 3 or winner.
For your cup?
For my cup choices. I had Denny last week. So, and the way that we didn't do it, or I didn't do an episode, it was Martin, and he ended up winning.
You could find it if you were in the group. You gotta go to races to be able to go in the group.
Yeah, you gotta actually show up. Like this weekend. So who you got for trucks? Non-part timer.
For trucks, non-part timer, so full-time truck guy.
Has to be a full-time truck guy.
Ty Majeski.
Oh, damn. Okay, that was a
That a
good one.
good pick?
That's a good pick. Majeski's been doing really well. That honestly probably would have been mine. Okay. Damn. I think I got to go back.
Fantasy says otherwise. I hate to tell you, but
I hate to tell
we have
you,
a fantasy group for our group chat as well, and I am leading the points in that.
and Joseph, you've basically burned all the good people, and now you're starting to get back. I mean, this week you were last by a
Well,
lot.
I'm actually a little pissed because I moved Larson in from my garage over Bell, and it never made the change in the other one that Joseph's in.
There's a couple of times I've been hit with that too, but I mean,
It
basically,
happened a couple times to me. That's the only and I never go back and check that one because
and I mean, last week's picks, mine were basically the top four. I literally had Denny. The only one that didn't finish in the top four was who did I have? I don't even remember who I had. Oh, Tyler Reddick. I had Tyler Reddick as well. He was the only one that didn't finish in that top five. But I had Denny, I had Ross, I had Larson, I had him, I had Christopher Bell, which I put to the garage when he wrecked and brought Larson over, which thank goodness I did that.
Yeah.
And Bubba, and no one else had Bubba, and that's pretty much why I won both groups.
Yeah, I thought about Bubba, but his lap time averages weren't there. He had quick like single car lap time averages, but lap time, but
He just
his
knows.
overall, yeah.
He knows how to race that track. I knew he was going to end up coming back and doing good. That's why I chose him.
Yeah, I had a good feeling about him, but I had a good feeling about all the Toyotas. Who'd you pick for trucks, by the way?
Oh, Zane Smith.
Zane. Oh, you went with the easy pick. All right, Xfinity. Let's see. Entry list.
And I kind of figure I already know who I'm about to pick, but
all right, does it have to be full-time Xfinity guys?
I think we have to pick highest finishing full-time guy because obviously with all the guys that come in and race with it,
highest finishing full-time guy, and who's going to be the winner?
I think the winner is the highest finishing full-time guy.
Well, I was going to pick Larson for the Xfinity race.
Fucking
stoked about that too.
Yeah, of course you would.
I figured you would pick Ty Dillon since he's going to be in an RCR car.
No, I'm going with Cole Custer.
Fuck that.
Cole
hasn't shown any speed. He
has not done well this year. And I really think this is the one time I'm going to pick Cole and Sheldon's going to actually win.
You know, I got a sneaking suspicion who's going to be sneaky fast this week in the Xfinity Series. Chandler Smith.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, if you mentioned Austin Hill, it's not going to be sneaky. He's freaking fast.
No, Chandler Smith. Something about Darlington kind of sticks out to me. Like I feel like that's going to fit his driving style.
We'll see. We'll see who comes up. I really think Cole's got a chance. But you know, there's always tomorrow. Now, Cup Series. Who you got?
Kyle Larson.
You would.
I have to. Dude, he's due at Darlington, and you know it.
He's already had 2 wins this year. Suck it up.
I'm talking about Darlington. I'm talking about how many wins he has this year.
He's already got Darlington.
Dude, he could have had fucking 5 wins already this year, really.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
I know you're not wrong.
I don't really think it's gonna be him. I think I got to go with Ross. I'm gonna go with Ross. I'm gonna go with the Melon Man. It's just I don't know. I gotta
see. I gotta see what his speeds are in practice. I don't.
I got a tingle. He still has not won this year. He's leading in points. Still has not won this year. I think he wins this. I would pick Eric Jones, but obviously we've talked about how bad Legacy's been, so I'm not picking Eric. So I'm going Ross.
I don't know, man. This track doesn't really. I don't know. I guess it could fit into Ross's wheelhouse.
I'll say Ross has found a way to race in the top 10, top 5 at any.
So I want to say one thing. Ross has impressed the fuck out of me the last year and a half. I did not expect him. I did not expect Trackhouse to be as good as they were last year. And Daniel hasn't really had a good year this year so far, but Ross
on fire.
he
It hasn't
he
been
has
bad.
shown Ross
been-
has shown that he belongs here.
Yeah, for sure. I
And
mean,
he's going to be a contender year in and year out for a championship.
they were
I am
talking
on
about
board the
it
Ross train.
here. I think, obviously Trackhouse coming in and buying that team out, the old Chip Ganassi team. I really think that, man, he did a thing for all these guys. Daniel's doing decent, but he keeps putting himself in bad
Yeah, he's
predicament.
had some bad luck.
Yeah, he's got the Haley curse right now.
I don't even know where he is in points.
16th, I believe.
But no playoff points.
No playoff points whatsoever.
No stage wins.
Chase, man, Chase looked like he had a chance there for a split second in that race at Kansas. Do you think
Chase kind of surprised me a little bit too.
He did. Do you think he gets a win this year?
Yeah, absolutely.
What track?
Ooh. I'm gonna rely on him heavily in my my fantasy for all the road courses. I think he's gonna step it up again. Road courses. I think he's gonna show that he's still a force to be reckoned with. So I'll rely on him in the road courses, but I think he could get it at Nashville. He won it last year. Nashville is going to be a night race too this year too. So,
yeah,
and Atlanta again.
That's what I'm saying. Can he go back to back?
Yeah, I think he could. I think he'll be a force to be reckoned with in the 600.
He'll definitely be a force to be reckoned with in 600, but I think he wins the Roval. I think that's one that he's going to win.
Yeah, but that's not going to put him in the playoffs.
No, I mean,
if he doesn't win beforehand, he's not in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be. I'm just saying, is he going to win by the end of the year? That was all my question was.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, oh yeah, I wouldn't bet against Chase winning at least one race.
I think he's going to.
I thought you were asking if he's going to win before the playoffs, and yes,
no, is
yes,
he going to win? That's all I'm at.
Because he has nothing to lose at this point.
I mean, he has to average 26 points, something like that. 26.
Yeah,
points.
that's impossible.
And he's averaging 29 right now, so he can do it for sure. I don't think there's a problem there. And he probably
he's even said it that he doesn't think he's going to be able to get it on points because he's 29th in points still.
Yeah, but they were showing, Bob Parker showed, if it follows what it's doing now, the 16th point person. Now, obviously, that's going off of not a whole bunch of new winners. But if he holds off, he has to average 26.7, and he's averaging 29.4 or 29.2 right now. So he can make it on points. Is it likely? Probably not. But we'll see.
Yeah. Time will only tell.
Yeah.
He's ahead of Ty Dillon, so that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. But basically, that's all I got. I can't wait. Super excited for this weekend. Can't wait to get there. The wife and the kid are joining as well. So if y'all see us at Darlington, come say hey. It is our birthday weekend too. So bring us, beer, driver signatures, things like that. Anything helps.
VIP passes.
VIP passes, garage passes. Not bit picky at all. Just saying.
How bad did your bracket get wrecked?
So I forgot to even put mine in.
Oh yeah, you suck. You suck.
Yeah, I forgot. But apparently there's no perfect brackets already, so Denny doesn't have to do VIP for anyone.
Well, that's for this round. I guarantee you he'll up it again for the next one because they're gonna do this after this 5-week one's over with. They're gonna keep doing it.
That's good. I mean,
I'm on board with that. Shit's fun.
Yeah, I mean it's a great idea. I'm glad he came up with it, and I'm glad NASCAR's running with it. You don't wear underwear.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Don't know. But all right, man. Well, I don't have anything else to add. I don't know about you. Make sure that y'all go use our code down here in the bottom, FASCAR 10 at Kanga Coolers. Get you a Kanga cooler. They got the backpacks back in stock, as well as all the other coolers. Make sure you hit there, and then you got to go subscribe. That is the big part there. We need it. We like it. Thank you so much. But that's all I got.
That's all I got, dude.
All right. Till next time. See you.